Welcome. We're going to talk about another very, very common attack against women here, but against everybody. This is one of the most common attacks there is. If you watch 1-year-olds wrestling around, they do this. And this is a bear hug. So our attacker here grabbing our defender there. Really, and when you have this huge size advantage, guys, again, it cannot be muscle on muscle. It can't be strength that wins this. If somebody's grabbing you like this, I think it's a pretty safe bet to assume that they're stronger than you. They believe they can control you. Okay, so we're not going to muscle out of it. What we're going to do is, one, we're going to base out. So she's going to drop her hips here, spread her feet wide, so she's getting her hips low, her weight low, to make it very difficult for our attacker to lift her. Where her hips are below his, he's going to have a difficult time lifting. He needs his hips below hers to really pick her up. And our immediate danger here, if we follow our principles, which immediate danger is number one, is we defend we defend that first. And so him moving her, putting her on the ground, she's defending that first. Simultaneously though, she can take hand to groin and start striking. So striking there, when he loosens up, she's going to come high. She's going to take her strikes to his head, throw that front kick, create space as she deploys the D.A.D system here. Okay, if she didn't have the D.A.D system, she might be looking to grab a defensive tool or force multiplier to use that. Or she might just continue engaging. The beauty of the D.A.D system, guys, is we can create a little bit of space and we can deploy that, and we can deploy it effectively. If they come through that miss, they're probably going to have a hard time continuing to fight. Okay, so again, base out, difficult to hold, striking, creating space, deploying the system. Okay, so notice that as she's striking, we're talking about difficult to hold. It's going to be just racking our body side to side as hard as we possibly can. So just that portion right there, guys, after she bases that there. You want to make it so they want to let go of you, all right? Not just that they have to, but they want to, because you're so hard to hold, all right? And with your base low and feet wide, you can do that effectively without most of the time getting picked up if your hips are lower than theirs. Okay, again, once we create that space, once they loosen up, we're coming up high to the head, using our kicks, guys, create space and deploying our system. So one more time from the front here. She bases, makes it difficult to hold. She strikes. When she has the opportunity, she's creating that space, deploying the system. Now we can do the same thing from behind. And it doesn't matter if he grabs under her arms from behind here. She can also throw elbows now. So she bases out, hips low, she's striking. She can throw kicks to the groin here. She can stomp on his foot. Okay, as soon as she feels him loosen up, she's going to turn in, striking, and again, like all of our others, yep, front kick there, create some space, deploy the D.A.D system. Okay, again here, if you're asking, by the way, why doesn't she here use the D.A.D system? Her arms are free. And the reason is very simple. Look where his head is when he grabs her. He has to come down to her level. So if she sprays him right here, she's probably catching it herself also. We'd like to be able to see so we can get away, have the attacker not be able to see so he can't come after us. So again, we've got to base out, hips low, make ourselves difficult to hold, striking, loosen up, we're turning in, striking, front kick, create space, deploy our system. Okay? Once you deploy a system, again, it's move, right? Deploy and move. You've got to deploy it again. When you have the opportunity, if they've stopped, if they're trying to see, they're covering their eyes, they're on the ground, whatever, take that opportunity and get out of there. Don't think you need to stay there and fight. Nobody's winning a belt here. Our goal is to go home safe. Okay? One more time from behind. Let's go over the arms this time. So you can grab over the arms. Same thing, base, difficult to hold, striking, hands come up, striking. She creates space, deploys the D.A.D system. Okay? Again, one basic technique, guys, immediate danger. Okay, getting lifted, getting dropped to the ground, base out, lower your hips. Make yourself difficult to hold by whipping side to side. Striking while you do that. The whole time we're striking. When they loosen up, we're up high, we're creating space, we're deploying our D.A.D system. Okay? One last thing. If she hasn't already done this, if she doesn't see him coming up, she misses that awareness that we've talked about. One of the first things I want her to do is to depress that system halfway to send out the alert. Okay, so while you're doing this, that half depression, guys, is going to send out that alert while you're now making a defense. We talked about if it's from the front right here, we can do that before we necessarily engage, possibly. Sometimes we won't be able to, but possibly. All right, from behind, if we don't see him coming, if we just lost that first line, that awareness, and they catch us unaware, make sure you depress that halfway. Don't spray it, depress it halfway. Make sure that you've got that alert sent out as you're making your defense. As always, train hard, stay safe, and have fun.